Xbox versus PlayStation versus PC. This has been a ongoing debate for, man, I want to say over a decade at this point, and it is just so funny to me to see that it continues and continues to press on despite the fact that it's just so ridiculous. As somebody who was like an Xbox fanboy back in the day, diehard Xbox, like PC and PS4 could go pound sand. I grew up and realized that it was just ridiculous to think that way, and exclusivity in a nutshell is not very consumer friendly. In fact, it's really business or company friendly more so than anything, specifically because it forces the consumer to have these multiple consoles or a PC or all of them like I do to be able to play these exclusive games, and it's not very healthy, I think, for the long-term success of these different consoles and things like that, because there's always going to be a tug of war for who's better than the other. But at the end of the day, most people really only care about just being able to play games that they enjoy. There's only a few people on the internet that like to write articles about how one's better than the other. most people most people don't even have that kind of time to sit down and do that. They'd rather just go home, sit down and play something, and prefer that they not have multiple consoles or a PC or all of them to be able to play them. And so this is an article that was put out by IGN that says that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle and possibly Starfield are reportedly being considered for PS5. If proven true, these games may be a sign of a new multi-platform strategy inside Microsoft. And so you can imagine that there are probably a ton of people just blowing up on the internet saying that this is not the right move for Microsoft and yada yada yada, because these were, well, Starfield is an Xbox exclusive, I believe, as far as I know, and I believe the Indiana Jones game was going to be an exclusive, but now after this was released, apparently it's not going to be, which I'm all about. I'm going to keep it real. Like I said, the whole idea of having each console for each exclusive game is just ridiculous. Even somebody like myself who has all three, even I am able to step back and say, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that you have to spend all that money for each console and then spend money on a PC and then have to kind of circle through all of them to be able to play all these different games. You can kind of see where it's just the money just starts kind of rolling out, and it's like it's so much to keep track of, and you're having to spend money on all these different consoles, let alone the consoles you also have to spend money on the subscriptions to be able to play online and things like that, which is ridiculous, but and here we are anyway. So yeah, you can I unfortunately don't have a Reddit up about this, but I'm sure there's going to be a Reddit very soon about people blowing up over this, because it's been in the community for a while that, I mean, let's face it, PlayStation just has better exclusives all the way around. I mean, that's pretty much the main reason why I even bought a PlayStation, was so I could play the exclusives like God of War, Bloodborne, and the Horizon games and things like that. And Spider-Man's a good one too. And I really enjoy that the different consoles kind of provide that different atmosphere when you're playing them, because PlayStation has its own feel, Xbox has its own feel, and then of course PC is PC. But I don't believe that it is healthy and productive for the consumer to be able to have to not only pay for these consoles, pay for the subscriptions, and then pay for the games that are on these different consoles. It You can kind of see where I'm going here, where it's just, as much as people want to bat back and forth about Xbox better than PlayStation, PlayStation is better than Xbox, consoles are better than PC, PC Master Race. The whole idea is just ridiculous. But I mean, if I were to pick one right now, it would be PC because as somebody who's had both the consoles and a PC now for a while, PC is just better. And so, yeah, if you don't like it, tough. But anyway, so yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing where the future takes us in terms of these different corporations and what they plan to do to implement crossplay and things of that nature and selling their titles on the different consoles as well, because at the end of the day I think that would be more beneficial for everybody because not everybody has the money to spend on every console and things like that, and not everybody wants to own all the different consoles and then like hook up everything else and then switch it over. As somebody who's been trying to record videos on all these different games too, it's just it's kind of a lot to be able to go down. I mean, first world problems, right? But go down, switch all the cables over to your console if you want to say record it to your PC or stream it and things like that, and then over to the other console. It's just kind of a lot in general. So yeah, basically overall better for the consumer, overall better for the companies, I believe too, because it will probably be more of a positive press release. I mean, maybe not in the short term. They may lose money, but I feel like over the long term they won't, because then they would also reap the benefits of the sales across all the different consoles and PC and thing like that too, which I think would just be beneficial overall. And then it would hopefully just stop this ridiculous notion of one console being better than the other or whatever. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, who cares? It's we're just playing games to play games. Like, let's just enjoy them and then have a good time. So yeah, anyway, that's my 2 cents on the situation. If this goes through, it's not 100% confirmed as it says right there, but I think it will definitely be beneficial in the future moving forward that all exclusives are no longer exclusives to the consoles or PC, and that they find some way to implement them on each system. That way, everybody has access to it, because at the end of the day, exclusivity means that not everybody is able to play it. And while sure, some people might debate that that's the entire point, it's like, it's a game. Like, are we really doing this? Like, come on, guys. Let's just think about it. Bigger picture, better overall for all people that like to play games. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. This one's going to be a little shorter. It's just kind of my 2 cents on the situation and the absurdity that is the console war and PC Master Race thing or whatever. But anyway, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this whole situation. If you think it's a positive or a negative, and let me know explaining your opinion of why you think that way. And I hope to see you guys around. Peace.